Hello, my wonderful students. Can we look at this problem together under bearings and distances? Okay. Now the question says A is 15 meters away from B on a bearing of 65 degrees. F is 25 meters away from A on a bearing of 303 degrees. Now you have to calculate the distance between F and B and also the bearing of F from B. So how do you go about this? Now the first thing is to sketch the diagram. Okay, so now the question says A is 15 meters away from B. Now from B, so B is the first point you are going to locate. Now 15 meters away, we have this. Okay, on a bearing of 65. So A is 50 meters away from B. Now this is B and this is A. And the bearing here is 65 degrees. Okay, so and we have a distance of 15 meters. All right, now let's read further. Now F is 25 meters away from A, on a bearing of 303. So bearing of 303, so we go down 90, 180, 270, and 303. Okay, so here we have 303 degrees. So this is position of F. Okay, so now the distance between A and F is 25. We have been given in the question 25 meters. Okay, 25 meters. So now let's join the points together. Good. So this is the diagram. Okay, so the first thing is to know how to draw the diagram correctly. So, and which we have done. All right, so the next thing is to do the question. You have to calculate the distance, okay, between F and B. So this is the distance we want to calculate. All right, so now we need to get this angle here. Let's analyze the angle here. Now, when you look at this, from here to this place is 303. So, but from this north pole down to this west pole is 270. So all we just need to do is just to say 300 minus 270. Okay, so that gives us 33. So this small angle here, the small angle here is 33. So we have 33 here, 33 degrees. Okay, now also look at this angle here. Now, from north to east is 90. So we can get small angle here. This is 25. When you add the two together, you have 90. Now, this angle is alternate to this angle here. So we have 25 here, 25 degrees. So the total angle here now is going to be 53 degrees. Okay, so we can now go ahead and find the distance here. Okay, so we want to get side A. So we have A squared equals to B squared plus C squared minus 2 BC cos A. All right, so we have A square equals to, now B square, that side B. Now here we have B to be 25 square, and our C is F here. So we can change this to F. Let's change this to F. This is F. Okay, so now we have F square. So F is this side. So we have plus 15 square minus 2 times B, that is 25, times 15 cos the angle here, that's 53 degrees. Okay. All right, so what do we do now? Let us quickly evaluate this and we add together. So we have 25 square. So that gives us what? That's 625. Okay. And plus this, that's 225, right? Okay. Now let's multiply this. That is 50 times 15. So we have what? We have 750. 750 cos 53. So cos 53 is 0.6018. Okay, I hope you understand that. All right, so we have A square. Now let's add these together. So when you add together, you have 6, 7, 8. That's 850. Okay, now let's multiply these together. We have 750 times 0.6018. So this is 451.3. Okay, so now let's continue here. My board is a little bit small. Okay, so so we now have A squared. So now let's subtract now. So that's 850 minus 850. So you have 398.65. Okay, so when you subtract, that's what you have. So you can now go ahead and square both sides. So we have A equals to square root of 398.65. So what do we have for A now? So we have square root of 398.65. So now the answer is 19.966. So you can correct these to 4 steps. So we have 19.97 meters. So what we have here, A will be what? 19.97. 19.97 meters. Okay, so now let's look at the second part of the question. So I want to believe you are all getting the explanation. All right, the second part of the question, you have to find the bearing of F from B. Bearing of F from B. So now, bearing of F from B is this. You start from the North Pole down until you get to this line. That is the bearing of F from B. So how do we get that? Now, if you get this small angle here, we take it away from 360. So that gives us the bearing. So now what we are going to do now is, and let us find the angle here. Let's find angle here. Okay, now let's call it theta. Okay, so let's get the angle there. So that's the first thing we're going to do, right? Okay, so we are going to make use of sine rule. So we have sine A over small a equals to sine b over small b. Okay, sine A, angle A is 53 degrees over side A is what we just have here. So we have 19.97 equals to sine B. Okay, we have called our angle B to be theta, so we have it as theta over small b. Now small b is this, that's 25. Okay, so allow me to clean this side. Okay, so now you can cross multiply. Now when you cross multiply, we have 19.97 sine theta equals to 25 sine 53. So here you divide both sides by 19.97. So you have sine theta equals to 25 sine 53 over 19.97. Okay, so we have sine theta equals to, so now you can compute this your calculator. Let's see what you're going to have. So you have 25 times sine 53. Okay, so when you do that, what do you have? Now you can confirm that we have 19.965. Okay, everything over 19.97. Okay, this one is 6. Okay, so now can we divide and let's see what we're going to have divided by 19.97. So when you divide that, you have 0.9998. Okay, so can we continue here? Okay, so we have sine theta to be 0.9998. Okay, so that's what we have here. So you can find theta now. So you take arc sine of both sides. So we have arc sine of 0.9998. So compute that in your calculator and drop your answer in the comment section. Let me see what you have for that. Okay, before I do my here. So arc sine of that. Okay, so you just press shift sign and you put this value there. So what do you have? Okay, so if you compute it well, you are going to be having 88.84. Okay, so that is 88.84. All right, so now that is the angle we have here. Okay, so now what we need here is this small angle. The small angle here, the small angle here now is going to be this minus 65. So let's call this small angle alpha. So we have alpha equals to 88.84 minus 65. So when you subtract that, what do you have? So minus 65. Okay, so you have 23.884 degrees. All right, so that's what you have. So now, so since we have gotten this small angle, so now to get the bearing from the North Pole down to this place, just take this away from 360. Okay, can we do that now? So you have okay, we have 360. So you now have bearing bearing of B of F from B is going to be 360 degree minus this small angle here. All right, so that will be 360 minus 23.84 degrees. So what do we have when you subtract that? So when you take that away from 360, so you have 336.162 degrees. Okay, so we correct to the nearest whole number. So it's going to be 336 degrees. So this is the bearing of F from B. Okay, so I hope you've learned one or two things. So thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe if this is the first time you are coming across this video. Thank you.